This is Millia versus Bedman. Millia is super fast, high damage potential, very mobile, very good at mix-ups. Bedman has some weird mobility. He's got a weird hover dash and can repeat his projectile attacks that he throws out. So let's see what happens here. So we're in half speed, and round starts. And Millia goes for a pretty safe poke. Bedman jumps over it. In that falling attack he saw, he was trying to catch in case he tried to run in and go for a high damage combo. And now he's doing his jump and backdash again, sort of a wave dash, triangle jump. Millie is jumping. If Bedman ran forward, she could have thrown a projectile at him, but he doesn't. So she lands, Bedman jumps and does air dash forward and throws out hitbox there. Again, if Millie had tried to run forward, would have been caught by that. Now Millia sees, alright, he just attacked. I'm going to go ahead and try to instant air dash over. Gets her there very quickly. And in the air off the ground, Bedman's got attacks that can come through the floor. So it would dodge anything there. And he hasn't thrown out a projectile yet, so she doesn't have to worry about a repeat attack. Bedman is backdashing here to get away, and that hitbox saw come out from Millia. Delayed that at the last moment possible. It hits a long way horizontally. So she's trying to catch him just in case he was in range there. That right there. So you can see Bedman's backdash just gets him out of bedman that. Now he's jumping again and just falls down. You can see they're kind of taking turns jumping, trying to guess each other's movement. And now Bedman feels confident enough to actually throw a projectile out. And Millia is going to run forward here and gets caught by the projectile, jumps. You can see her flash white. She's instant blocking it, and the word "just" was behind it. So he didn't expect the projectile there. You really don't want to block. You want to avoid attacks if you can, but he really ran into it and reacted quickly enough to block, and Bedman's landing. Okay, so he's doing okay, but now she's going to be able to jump out of that and come in with an attack. And Bedman didn't have enough initiative to go for another projectile. Looks like he tried to throw another one or do a repeat attack, and he gets counter hit by that same jump dust, that horizontal hitbox we saw earlier. So this is a great move to counter hit with. Lots of stun. Bedman's going to bounce off the wall. She can jump, catch him with jump kick, another jump dust, jump into, I believe that's jump slash. I think that's a new jump H now. And then does a pin, looks like, for, pin, which will knock him down. So her pin projectile, she spins. It comes out of her hair and then lands on the ground. And that gives a knockdown. So could have gone possibly a little more damage with other attacks up there, but the pins gives guaranteed knockdown. Now it looks like she picked up the pin and is going to drop a disc. So when Bedman wakes up, goes for a low attack to keep him locked down, force him to block. The disc also would catch him if he tried to do any one-frame jump to get out of there. He's blocking, no problem. She's just going to jump in, and this is actually a delayed air dash. So Millia jumps, and then before hitting the ground where her attacks would go back to being low attacks, is dashing in and attacking. Bedman reacts, blocks it. Millia just does a one-hitter attack, lands, goes for a low. Bedman blocks that, does the green shield, try to push Millia back. So Millia is comboing into a 2/, and then does a disc, and because Bedman green shielded, Millia actually got pushed out of range, so that disc does not connect, which is great for Bedman because that means he's not stunned, and he has the option there to maybe try to jump or do a move. And instead it looks like he's just walking back. Now he's going to jump out, and actually has enough initiative to just get over that high attack there, and is now going to fall with a falling attack. Millia saw the angle he was coming at and decides to block. Should be punishable on block. Looks like it's another hitbox on the ground, so maybe not punishable, my mistake. And Bedman goes forward. Looks like Millia jumped first and it's going to be able to catch him. Nope, went too high. So just miss each other. And Millia falls and does jump heavy, and Bedman just dashes through it. So good play by both these players. And more jumping in the sky. Looks like Bedman's falling now, doing his air dash, baiting Millia to dash over. But Millia's actually really good air to ground, so if he had maybe then dashed under her or done a 6P anti-air, might have caught that, but instead he's going to get hit with the heavy attack, down to the kick, 2S combo, 5H, good combo, and goes for a sweep, and actually that was a mistake because the distance he was at from Millia, not enough for that sweep to connect, so that's a really hard thing to do, is figure out spacing when you start a combo. You can't just do the same muscle memory combos and press the same buttons in the same order every time, because if he was a few pixels closer when that combo started, that would have gotten a knockdown and that would have been great. In this case, Bedman's actually out of the combo and now has initiative. So I was going to run in. Bedman's actually, because he has so much initiative, is able to jump and fall, do his air dash, his hover dash, where he controls direction, jumps above, and then goes down right, and gets an attack, combo, and lets the combo drop there, and is actually going to jump and go for a reset, try to get more damage instead of going for like a projectile setup or a spike through the ground. Let's check out the range on that move. Millia switched to a high block there, be prepared for it, and now Bedman actually uses that as a tick setup. So he landed high from kind of far away, hit a high attack, and then runs in and just goes for a grab. So nice grab there, good mix up. Usually people are going to grabs from low, so that high and then moving in very quickly, unexpected. Throws Millia to the corner, and check out the timing of the projectile, which is going to hit just as she stands up. It's actually on over Millia as she was getting up, so that's called a media attack. And that means that Bedman's done more frames of his recovery by the time the attack hits. And so that's helps him get more advantage. And now he actually had enough recovery from the projectile being shot to shoot the spike through the ground, forcing Millia to block more and giving Bedman more tension. So every time you connect an attack, you actually get super meter. So even if your opponent's just blocking, it's really good for you, and for other reasons too, but I'll continue. And because Bedman did throw a projectile, you'll see a little blue seal to the left, so we can now repeat that. So now he's feeling ready to go in. So he jumps, does a tornado in, and the bomb projectile comes back, and he gets another tornado seal on the ground. Millia is jumping up just to avoid the bomb coming back and maybe a repeat attack. And now is going to try to air dash over and around him, and then falls with a 2H. And it looks like she blocked the bomb. Millia realized, okay, there's actually an attack on there, I gotta block. And then jumps again, air dashes. When you block in the air, you get your options back. And goes in close and actually hits with, looks like a jump H. That might have been an option select to do a air grab, because they were so close, almost at air grab range. And it looks like Bedman was pressing a button, so Millia gets a hit there. And can combo to jump kick, jump dust, air dash out of the jump dust into, looks like slash there, another jump dust, jump again. That is a lot of jumps. That might have been might have done a jump install to get that many. I have to check. And then goes for, looks like the pin, gets save knockdown, dashes back, lays down the disc first, and then crits down to grab the pin. And you can see the pressure again, the low pressure. And Bedman times the block, gets a just defend. Millia's going to jump above and land low. Mix up this time. Last time Millia jumped and did a delay air dash and hit once high. Bedman sees through it though, jumps over it, and does a really quick air to ground attack that Millia's going to block. And blocks all those hits. And now, from blocking that, Millia starts up a blitz shield. And Bedman cancels his attack with YRC, seeing that it wasn't successful, and Millia is charging up a blitz shield, so he should be able to block this here. But he didn't, so he was doing something else. He must have tried to jump again, or did a cancel go into a movement. So he's getting comboed. Gets another pin knockdown, and then this time goes for a different mix-up, because last time Bedman jumped out of the approach, so he's going to do Secret Garden. So the orb puts the inputs in for the orb to go forward and then probably down and right. And check this out. Bedman hits Millia and then dashes through to avoid the Secret Garden. Very smart there. Hits Millia, counter hits, and Secret Garden was actually going back to the left because Millia expected Bedman to be in the corner and Secret Garden to stay locked down. But Bedman outsmarted her, and you can see him stepping back and then jumping over the secret garden, hovering just as Millia's getting up. And just as Millia is getting up, throws a projectile and dives in for the attack. Millia sees the attack, expects the attack coming. Bedman hovering right there. Okay, he's probably about to do an attack at that range, not close enough for a throw or land into a low throw mix up. Maybe land into a low, but wouldn't get a lot of low attacks since he's too far away. So just to show you again, if Bedman was right next to Millia here, he could start doing multiple low attacks, and any one of those he could stop and switch into a throw. But because he hovers here for a second, okay, he's probably just going to throw an attack out. So Millia expects it, rejects it. Bedman actually tried to throw the projectile and then teleport in, dash in after as an attack, with hoping the bomb would cover him. But Millia read that, got it rejected, and that starts the counter animation. However, while that animation is going, because she started charging for a heavy counter, Bedman lands safely and actually can just run up and grab. So he gets a throw. Back to the corner, and then instead of letting Millia land, because at the corner, gets another hit, combos, and at this point, Bedman's committed to this attack. So there's not something he can do after he went up for this last hit. He doesn't have 50 meters, so he can't cancel his attack. He could have potentially canceled the startup of it before it hit, but Millia's actually waiting for the attack to connect, knows no way to cancel it, knows, hey, I'm in the corner, I'm getting rushed down. He's almost got 50% meter too. I want to burst out. So Millia spins the burst, gets counter. Bedman techs in the air and immediately looks like summons his ghost replay. So this attack down here is going to throw a bomb back to the corner. Not a bad choice there if Millia had tried to just hang back left. Kind of forces her to come closer. And looks like she kills it, hits the shadow seal, hits the seal, and kills it, doing some more jumping around. Now it looks like she's doing a dash quickly to the ground. So this is pretty amazing, actually. Does a dash, and then cancels the dash for momentum, to preserve momentum, but now can do an attack out of it. And then jumps again and throws a pin, and actually looks like crosses up by the time the pin hits. So depending on the timing of that, Bedman would have to block left or right. If Millia is still on the left when the pin hits, then you have to block by holding right. If she's on the right, you have to block holding left. And that was good job blocking on Bedman too. I'm actually going to back that up and show you in full speed what that looks like. It's crazy fast. That. So watch again. Yeah, pretty crazy. So back to 0.5. And Millia's dashes in. Okay, no attacks there. Just jumping back. Just jumping. Air dashing. Landing for an attack. Looks like that down 8 she's doing actually cuts off the momentum. So I tried to follow him, but Bedman already ran through. And I was going to do a replay attack. Saw the seal activate. He spins 25% meter, cancels it so he can do other things out of it. Also, the cancel slows Millia down. So now the Ghost Tornado is coming forward on the ground, and Bedman's going to jump and throw a projectile. So he's covering a lot of space there with that attack, forcing Millia to take a double jump over. And Bedman throws out a projectile just in case she was falling there too. And he's safe. Millia lands. He actually gets a just defend, blocks it in time. And because he recovers faster from a just defend, he can land and then get a throw. And throws Millia. And throws her towards the seal that he's got on the screen, because he wants to be closer to attacks. Now he's going to do a tornado over, putting another seal up. Or actually, I think that's replaced the one he's already got that. And goes for a slower attack, but Millia, I'm not sure why I did that, maybe in case Millia tried to backdash. Millia is jumping out, air dashes away, delays the pin. So I actually expected the pin a little bit higher, but delays and then throws the pin. So she hadn't thrown the pin at that point, almost to the ground, throws the pin, gets a knockdown, running to the corner, time for the Oki, time for the pressure, waits for a second, trying to psych him out, and then throws a disc. But actually it was too slow, so good pressure there. Now that I think about it, what might have been happening is Millia's trying to bait a burst, because if you check out the distance she stops at right here, all right, that pin, that's a good setup for a corner knockdown, but then stopping here, just right next to him, where if he bursts right now, Millia can block it and then immediately counterattack. But Bedman doesn't burst, so tries to the disc instead, but it's too slow. Bedman's going to get a counter hit on that. No combo though, probably wasn't expecting to get anything, just throwing at anything. Alright, pushes it back again, does the lunge forward, follow up lunge, going to throw a projectile. Millia possibly could have rolled under that, roll under here. Bedman's canceling though, so he could punish the roll, or at least force her to block. And Ted's just going to stay blocking. He's going to see that tricky wave dash movement where he jumps up and then falls down and left again. He's going to run forward, underneath. Alright, throws a pen, catches him. This time they trade. And kind of funny positions here. Bedman runs forward, Millia air dash over and tries to fall on him. It's like they're just one step out of reach. And more air footsies. Bedman falls and Millia blocks in time. Bedman goes forward again. Millia throws a hairpin way over there, so really kind of reaching with that one. But manages to fall. Hairpin's so fast. And hairpin actually does, I think it does stall you a little bit. She might have been stalling momentum on purpose there. Not sure about that, but it is a tactic you can use. Gets a counter hit, so this is looking good. Bedman's got burst, but she's going to go ahead and get a regular combo. Might be too far for sweep here. Okay, I think... so this is interesting. So instead of going for a sweep, Millia chose a roll, which this doesn't combo. But, oh, it does. Oh, my mistake. It does combo. Wow. That's awesome. And that's the round. So yeah, that was a sort of an in-depth round. That was 74 seconds of Guilty Gear. And hopefully kind of see some of the technical and strategic elements there. And now I'm just going to play the whole thing at normal speed so you can see everything that's happening in real time. Remember that we watched that on half speed there. There's that first combo, pin knockdown, pressure, good blocking, disc got pushed out of range by the green shield. They're trying to get in, get something going, misses a sweep, catches her with the follow-up, goes for pressure, good tick throw setup, throws the bomb, does a low attack, gets counter hit, gonna get cornered, and lockdown jumps out of it, forces attack, really gets a blitz shield, combo, knockdown, safe. Goes to your guard, and this is where Bedman teleports out of it, great movement there, and throws the blitz shield, rejected, because she was stuck in that animation state for the counter. Jumps around the ghost animation, that quick pin cross-up that Bedman blocks, covers a lot of ground there, blocks the attack, is really the only thing she could have done, fall and attack, blocks and grabs it, grabs after, so some pressure, cancels to keep the momentum going, gets hit by a pin, trade counter, trading positions, Leo lands and gets it. So yeah, that was some Guilty Gear. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.